YouTube fam? Stark Angel's Journey, and I am Shakira. So, it's been a while since I've made any videos, and well, it's not been, it's been really sad, actually. The last, end of April to now my mom passed, and actually passed the day after I made my last video, April 22nd. So that's been pretty rough, and I hadn't traded very much. End of April, most of March, May. In any case, I am back and I am slowly working through some things in my methods, and I'm realizing that I uh, I'm still working. I'm still working through different like humps in the process. I full disclosure was about $5,000 in drawdown. Um and I'd been fluctuating, I guess, in taking that down, bringing that, adding more back and forth, just sort of like hovering in that space. And I'm happy to say that I'm finally slowly working my way through. One of the two issues that I'm still working through mentally is one, taking the entries when I see them and not being afraid, because I mean, this is trading, right? It's risk. You're taking on risk so you can, make money. And sometimes I just don't hit the button when I should to do so. So we're still working through that. It's getting better, but it's going to take time for that one. And then the second issue is not moving my stop loss too early so that I can give the trade room to breathe and make it. Because I'm about to show you my calendar that I'm tracking, and a lot of times, you'll see me taking 300 and change instead of like the 1,000 plus I could have taken if I just not moved my stop. And then sometimes it's perfectly acceptable because they didn't want to move any higher, and where I put my stop was perfectly acceptable. So this video, I hope, is probably not going to be super long. It's just more of a reintroduction to me still being on this journey and not giving up. And I'm happy to say that I have clawed my way back in small increments down to about $3,600 in drawdown. So a very slow process. And like I said, half of my issue is A, taking the trades I'm supposed to, and B, holding them to their, obvious fruition. Like yesterday, I took a beautiful long move my stop to lock in some stuff, and they came and swept me out. But hey, money is money, right? So let's like switch my window over to my calendar, and let's get tiny. All right, so this is my April calendar. Sorry, May. So if we go back into April, I really didn't take a lot of trades. I took some time off, and then mom died on the 22nd. So as you can see, I didn't take any trades for a while. But, when did I start tracking them on this calendar? So I started tracking everything on the calendar in March. And, as you can see, I was having, not the best, like, time, not much green in there. For trades. I took a week off here, April. Uh, and then no trades, and then I attempted one, and I got a nice trade on the 12th, day after my birthday, and then, a little something, then gave it all back. Still a green in comparison, still green. And then all that happened, because I can feel that I'm cresting past that place that was, making me be very, very tilty. Like I I mentioned in other videos that I started meditating like a lot and just refocusing my mind because the psychology is what really kills most traders, like just being able to put the trade on, hold on to it. You lose a sum. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I just lost that. But and then, overcoming that desire to want to just get it back immediately. Like, so lately, when I enter into a winning trade, I just sort of just stop, enjoy it, live with it. I might not even take another trade that day. So like May, less red for sure. So I started trading again. You notice that I seem to be in a 300 range to something. I made like 592 earlier this week, and then 375 on Wednesday, and then 317 yesterday. This is all after fees. So I'm not just doing like base anything. Like whatever I make is whatever I make after fees, because I'm tracking everything down to the dollar value. And for TD, round trip is $7.30. It's like you see this day right here, it was basically a break even day. Um, so I just paid fees that day, you know? And so right now I'm starting to see more green than red, which is great. Oh, hold on. I didn't take a trade on the 23rd. I took a trade on 24th. Sorry, this is in the wrong place. Actually, let's make that green. And let me just double check my journal here, as I've been tracking every little thing, all my trades, everything that I've been taking. So let me just double check. Okay, so I took one long based on good price action, tried to flatten it, it closed, and then opened another. Yeah, it was a little weird. So hold on, let me see, 20. Let's just check the week. One trade taken, basically break even. So Monday was like $22 or something like that. So let me just check my calendar. Yes. And then um this was the entries, what it should have been. And what happened? The trade error was good, but I moved my stop up, and and I think I got ticked out. But then it moved beautifully, what my thought process for the trade. So things I need to work on, that's all. And then yeah, the 5 something on the Tuesday, 600 after fees. I just took a screenshot of my I should probably just to start doing that, just taking, because it shows the trade numbers where I took it, where exit is. That was a good one on the 21st. So just double check my calendar here. Yeah, minus fees. And then 23rd. Oh, I said I didn't take anything on the 22nd. So that's where I'm messing up. So this should be empty. This should be 375.40. So let's just fix that real quick. Trying to keep my and let's delete that. Okay, so no trades on the 22nd. There we go. So I took four. I took, my perfunctory 2 trades, sometimes just one for the day. So for example, like, this was just like a single trade for the day, I believe. Let me switch back over to the 21st. So yeah, one long trade. It was a good one. I was waiting. I've been starting to see a certain type of behavior. So when like lows are swept, I'm finding, and then we come back down and we make a high and then continue that way. Once we find some sort of support here, it's not a bad plan to go long. And sometimes when you see it start moving, it's okay to take it here. Something I'm working out, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because my original plan was to take it at sweep, fair value gap and stuff. And those do work, but not as much as I'd like. So like you'll find that most of my trades now are like that, where I see that particular signature where I can like see it and understand it. And yeah, so so I got like three something on this one. It was a very strong downturn, so once it started meandering around here, I was perfectly happy to take the three something. Yesterday, though, that was a trade I should have just let run because it was very obvious uptrend, very strong move up. And I don't know, I just let myself get, shook out in this small retracement. I had my stop under here, so they took it. So if I left my stop where it was, which was down here, then I would have gotten that and then some if I really wanted it. Really wanted it. So week 17, I am working through a lot of my drawdown. So I'm finally under $4,000 in drawdown, so about 3,600. Finally seeing more green in the weeks, being more selective with my trades. Like I knew I was going to be off on Thursday and Friday this week, so Wednesday I was like, let me just focus on work. So Monday's a holiday. Let me just plop this in there. So Monday's a holiday, so I'll be back looking for opportunities on Tuesday. So that's great. Um, so for the most part, let's switch back over to NQ. So for the most part, just trying to deal with the also I should say, like I've definitely been enjoying the 30 and 15-second charts for confirming an entry. So I was like literally staring at this and my partner came over. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I'm about to let a trade go and I should just take it. She's like, "Just take it." And I'm like, okay, so I just took it. And that's how I got in on this run here. And then I put my stop here in the general expectation. I probably should have been looking at it on the 1 minute. Um, and then I probably wouldn't have put it on the 1 minute. I wouldn't have put my stop there. I would have left it here. And then I would have taken the rest of that juiciness because that's like, whew, they ran up nicely. 400. How many ticks did they run up from that point? 500 ticks? Come on now. That's what's up. Halfway to this new eagle, this opening range gap would have been more than enough for me personally. Um, yeah. But in terms of like 9:30, nice little sweep run up with the 10 o'clock news. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I was looking at this these two volume imbalances right in here, zoom right in. And I was thinking to myself, I should put a limit order like right here. And then I would have been perfectly set. This is what I wanted originally. I wanted them to come back down and give me something. But I was also thinking to myself, and let's just maximize this. I was also thinking to myself, this is what my trade idea was, like something below this point, maybe tapping into this again, and then going up. There's a small fair value gap in here. So nice little entry. That obviously they didn't do that. So then my next thought, like once we took out this high right here, is like, okay, volume imbalance in here, take that and set that limit order, and my stop would have been like that. So if I had done what I thought in my head, right? So I'm usually looking for about 205 ticks approximately, right? So something like that right there. I would have gotten that nicely. And then any weird little, so like this entry, like with an entry here, my stop would have been under here and no muss, no fuss right there, right? And then I would have like been able to ride a lot of this up. So, eventually I'll be able to be comfortable with taking the entries because I should have been comfortable with win or lose. You see an opportunity, it's a nice strong move up. Most likely they'll continue. Just go. Because I mean, if you look at the 5 minute at that time, I was very happy with it. I think I was wondering if they were going to like, because they hadn't closed anything inside of here, if they're going to let that like, continue up. So once I do the entry, I should just focus on the higher time frame setup. I think I was too focused on 30 seconds, which was why my stop was moved to where it was, and I got stopped out in profit. And I'm very grateful for my profit. So, like on the 30 seconds, I saw that, and I didn't realize it didn't exist on the 1 minute. Not really. So they came and swept, stayed here. So if I just stayed below like this candle that held that, then that would have been fine. But that's all good. My entry technically should have been here. And then, maybe I could have tried to hold all of that. Ow. Oh, by the way, it is beautiful and gorgeous outside. Just wow. Just wow. All right, let's maximize this and see what other things do yesterday. No PM trades for me, I don't think. Thursday, one. Yeah, so here's where I took that 600 right there. I would have gotten a 205? No, they didn't quite make it up there. But I did, again, same scenario. We dropped, we came back down, we made a higher low. So then once this started moving up, I felt comfortable and I took it. And I got a nice little decent amount in. And that was beautiful. Then they didn't want to go any higher, so they dropped it like precipitously after that. That was like my one trade on the 23rd. Then I didn't do anything on I didn't do anything on the 22nd. So then I took another one here on Tuesday on the 21st. And so let me double check if again, just took a quick, I knew I could have taken more. These equal highs up here is what I was expecting them to take out. At minimum, the opening, at minimum, the midnight opening price was, in order. It's Tuesday when I got like the 500. Yeah. The 21st. This is the 21st. Yeah. This is when I got the 600. And I think I just spooked myself and I should have just let it run. So another situation where I would have been looking for this. And I would have gotten it right there. Just got to be patient, lock in what you lock in. Profit is profit. Similar scenario, again, a little late, but same thing. Swept liquidity, made a higher low, took that out, and then I felt comfortable taking something here. I think they almost wicked me out, almost, but then I survived barely. Like by look at it. Ha. Yeah, I survived by like a couple of like a tick or two stop wise. And then after that it was gravy, baby. It was gravy. And then Monday, I got wicked out, I think, on this one. I'd have to double check my entry. Let me see. I got wicked out, so I didn't make, $17 or something. I'll take it, I'll take it. So my entry on that one was 18,732.50. Just double check that that's what this is. 732.50. So my entry was actually 250, and I'm just double checking my exit. 734. Okay, yeah. So my entry was there. And what happened? So I think I got in like this. This was behaving weirdly, and I moved my stop up just a tick. to cover costs, and then I got wicked out. This is one of those situations where you don't move your stop until you've like broken like the highs and then made like a decent return and run up. And then I would have been fine because this 65, I would have got my 205 like right there if I had just let that one leave the stop where it's supposed to be. I think so. If one of two things either happened, I got the entry here, which would have been too early, and then so yeah, that must have been what happened. They started moving up, and it didn't close above that, and then I moved my stop up just a smidge, and then got wicked out. Yeah, pretty sure that's what happened. So I got like right there, yeah, inside of there. But the setup is perfect. That's what I'm finding. Like whenever this happens, you get a low, you make a higher low, and then, just take it. Because it's like my confirmation instead of like waiting for, if to sweep, fair value gap to form, take that fair value gap, because the other option is this, right? And given what my stop is, it would have taken me out in either scenario. Wait for this to start moving back up, then do that, and then take it out. Because I'm finding that that works like a lot more than I expected it to. Not crazy. It's a little crazy. What was this? That's 2 o'clock. When did I take that trade? Double check here. This was, yeah, this was 2 o'clock. You know, this is a trade that I specced out and didn't take in the morning. That happens a lot with me. Like it ran up. So this is like the mirror of the Friday trade that I should have taken, that I should have held on to, sort of. We had a nice run up after sweeping all these guys away. Strong move up. Then we move down into this fair value gap. And I'm almost positive that's like a 0.75 or something entry. No, not quite. 6.2 entry. And I should have taken that. A situation where, again, they've taken the high out and they've closed bodies above all of this. It's beautiful to just take it. So something I'll be working on for sure, moving forward. But these are like the things I've been watching and getting comfortable with. So now I just need to work through those two issues. Let's go back up. So now I just need to work through those two issues and I'll be golden. But something that I did not really focus on when I started trading live in January, February, was the fact that a win is a win. Doesn't matter how much it is. A win is a win. It basically means that you took money out of the market. You're in the green or the black. You're in the black, right? And that's okay. Because when I was profitable at that point, I was like, oh, $100, that's nothing. I should have been content. Perfectly content, and I wouldn't be in this thing. But everybody's got to learn these lessons in their own way, in their own times. And it's in my best interest to learn these lessons, internalize them, and focus myself. So if you're having issues dealing with the tilt, you're going to have to find, revenge trading. You have to call back to why you wanted to do this in the first place. My reasoning is I want to make money and I want to remove myself from the need to work for other people. And then I want to make myself enough money that I can make, I can make investments that will make my money work for me. So I can stop working for other people. So I can just get up and just do whatever I want. I want to get up and just get on a plane and go to the beach. Yeah. And spend months there. Yeah, why not? Because guess what? I bring my laptop, I've got internet, take my trades, done. Discipline is the other thing, right? Discipline. And that's what this has taught me. Like, less is more. You know what I mean? I take one trade, I take two trades. That's it. Win or lose. Done. And now honing in on what you see as your edge, your method for doing what you want to do. Like, my method has evolved a bit, right? So my original process was wait for a sweep, fair value gap, enter, go. Where that does work, I'm finding that it's harder for me to take those trades because I don't trust in it. But it's easier for me to take the versions where they come back, show me that they're not willing to go any lower, and then continue moving. And therefore, similar scenario, because most likely they'll come right back to the area I wanted to entry or super close to it and just take those trades. Plus, it gives me another level of confirmation and peace of mind as well when I take the trades like that instead of the more aggressive method that I was trying. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to share today. I hope all of your trading journeys are going really well. Let me know down in the comments how things are going, how the year's been shaping up for you. We've had some really great movement in the last week, 2 weeks, which has been, and we've had some stagnation. So, when ICT said like once the markets have reached a certain area that they plan on pulling that liquidity and they start chopping sideways, I guess unless you're a scalper, it's pretty shitty trading. Moving along with the trend, like right now it's all very bullish, so I'm constantly just wanting to go long, and that's been working out really well for me. But waiting for that perfect place, that perfect area, that perfect setup before taking it is the key. Because I did the calculations, I made 1308 this week. Isn't that crazy? And that's definitely, not, I'm happy with that. I'm generally trying to make $1,000 every trade, and I will get there. But first I need to master myself and be comfortable and feel like a winner. Like I can do this. And that sometimes just means taking the smaller base hits. And that's all I've been doing. Base hits, base hits. Like once it hits over a certain amount, I lock in a certain amount. And I just, if I get stopped out, that's fine. I made money. So, be safe. Enjoy the long weekend if you're in the US. And, I'll talk to you later. Shakira out.